Hello friends and welcome back. This is Tall Lifestyle Adam. If you're new here, I do try-ons for big and tall gentlemen to make your shopping experience a little bit easier. I do stand about 6'7" tall, and right now I'm about 330 pounds. I would say that my problem area is kind of like the torso, stomach, because that's where I hold a lot of my weight, but I like to have try-ons so that you can see how things look on me, that way making your shopping experience so much easier. Today, the clothing brand that I have is Johnny Bigg. I've never worn them before, and I was advertised to online, so I went ahead and purchased a few items. I have a polo as well as a woven sort of button down. It's a casual button down and a pair of pants. Join me on the other side. I'll introduce you to the items, and then we'll do the try on. See you soon. Okay guys, so I have everything from my purchase here. Before we get into the try-on, I wanted to introduce it to you and show you how it comes wrapped up. This is the polo that I got. It is a black polo. It does have pink and white pinstripes around the collar, as well as a repeating pattern of the flamingos, a few upside down, etc. Both pink and white. This one, because it's stretchy, I thought a 2XLT would be the best for me. I think at this point in time I've realized everything needs to be a tall. I'm very torso versus there are some people who are shorter than me and have longer legs, right? So I always have to have a tall shirt or a tall sweater. Even the one I'm wearing right now is not a tall and it's not my favorite, but I like the color. So with this, I do have the 2XLT for the polo. For my second item, I do have a button down. It is a 3XLT. I thought, considering there's going to be really no stretch to a woven sort of shirt, I wanted to have a little bit larger. I believe this one was on sale, so it might not be returnable, but I thought it was a great pattern. And with it being a 3XLT, I hope that it's going to give me the torso length that I need. Alrighty, so my final item today that I got from Johnny Bigg. This is a pair of either black jeans or black chinos, something hopefully appropriate for work. It is a 42 long. When it comes to the various sizes that I have, you know, everything just depends on the fit, whether it's slim, super slim, a wide leg pant, a lot of those variables do come in. I think this is just a standard leg pant, so I wanted to try what have multiple other pair of pants in this size, and then hopefully it's long enough as well. I don't have the longest legs. There are some who are shorter than me but have longer legs, and so we will see. I will go ahead and include a screen grab of the size chart that was provided online. It was a little short, no pun there. It was a little light when it comes to the measurements. There were only just like 2XLs, etc., except for the waist measurement. There wasn't anything in the way of a chest, a neck, or sleeve length measurements, which was a little frustrating. But yeah, all right, so I'm gonna go ahead and put these on, and I'll see you back there. Before I have even everything on, I wanted to point this out. So I showed you the tag earlier. What is attached here is a 42 long. Even before I've put anything on, I went ahead and opened it up, getting ready to just get everything else. This is labeled as a 40 long. So not off to a great start in terms of quality control. It is a slim fit, especially given that the fact both of the actual sewn in labels, this one's a 40 long as well, given that both of those are the smaller size than what I ordered. I don't know how this is going to go, but we are going to see. So for the first item that I could get on, actually, let me stop and rewind. Based on the fact that the pants were too small, they were the 40 long and a slim fit, I could get them up to like my thighs, no higher than that. So if I were to send it back and hopefully that I can exchange it for maybe a 44 long, since it is a slim fit chino, that's going to be what I'm going to request from the company. I currently have on the 2XLT, the flamingo shirt. In terms of the shoulders and how it fits, it's a little smaller than I would prefer, honestly. I think the seam, in terms of like my shoulders, I have big shoulders. I think the seam is in a good place for here. When it comes to the entire body, it like scoops underneath here. It's a very thin fabric, which is okay. This looks like a more summery sort of pattern when it comes to all of the flamingos, that sort of thing. I would not typically wear my shirts this tight. I think I might hold on to it. It's maybe a little bit more of an aspirational piece of clothing versus where I currently am. I really love the pattern. I like the size here, and how it fits at the shoulder. I also like that when it comes to, even though it's a short sleeve shirt, it's not something that feels like it ends here. So it's a good length when it comes to a polo going, you know, 2/3 the way down the upper part of the arm. Through the torso, not my favorite, and I'm even like holding it a little bit. Considering this is the area that I dislike more, I think I'm gonna hold on to this one, but otherwise it's not going to be something that I'm gonna send back immediately. If you typically wear in Polo or other similar brands, Ralph Lauren, a 2XLT, I'm gonna suggest that you get a 3XLT in the Johnny Bigg polos or other similar shirts. I don't have a t-shirt here today, but if it fits the same and is sized the same as the polos, a 3XLT is what I would suggest if you're a 2XLT in polo shirts. For the third item from Johnny Bigg, the casual button-down shirt that you see here, I do like this fit a lot better. I think in general, when it comes to the Johnny Bigg sizing, I am going to be a 3XLT. I do like about where the shoulder seam is here. The arms are not my preferred length when it comes to an extended. However, in just a moment, I'll stand and show you behind here that it is going to hit at the, I'm thinking ankle bone for some reason, the wrist here, with the arms relaxed at the side. It's a good length. It's not something that can be tucked in if you wanted to make it a little bit more casual, at least not for someone like me who's more torso versus like a very leggy person. Maybe someone who's more leggy in their height could be someone who could tuck this in and wear it out for etc. You know, tucked into a pair of chinos or however they like to wear it. But for me, I just couldn't see this being a tuck-in, at least not with my current, you know, weight, etc. Give me just a moment and I'll show you the full body. So this is my Johnny Bigg shirt. When I have my arms relaxed without ever having ironed it or washed it, etc., I feel as though it is a good length. The sleeves are kind of large, that's curious. In terms of just like the opening, maybe not. It hits me right about here. I did see that there were some darts here in the back, so it really does draw it in where you have a little bit less girth here. The fabric itself is a little bit stretchy. On the tag it says 93% cotton, 3% elastane. I haven't taken off this tag yet. I think overall this is a good purchase. It's not something I can wear super frequently just based on my job, that sort of thing. But I do love this for the rotation. There's some threads here. Okay, good. So this is my Johnny Bigg shirt, the button down. Of the three, the only one that's like fully successful. Maybe even because it has a little bit of that stretch. Not a whole lot of stretch. Yeah, no, it's marginal in terms of the stretch. Yeah. Okay, friends, thank you so much for joining me for this Johnny Bigg try-on. I am going to return a few items, and if there is anything in the way of feedback for how that process goes, I'll add either another clip here at the end or maybe a few screenshots. But yeah, this is, I would say one of the three items was successful, partially because it wasn't labeled properly when it comes to the case of the pants. But for me, being 6'7", about 330 pounds, I think that I am a 3XLT. So hopefully when it comes to you, if you're similar to those measurements, that'll help. Thanks, friends. Have a good night.